But to begin the episode, we're going to learn about what is potentially the biggest blind spot in the cancer equation, and that's your spine. Did you know that your spine has a direct bearing on a cancer diagnosis? Let's listen to Dr. Terry Harmon as he explains. So appreciate you being here and really looking forward to getting your input on the importance of the spine in overall health, which was kind of a little bit of the piece of the puzzle that we missed in the last documentary. Why is the spine so important?
Yeah, that's a big thing, because oftentimes even when patients come to see me, they're thinking nutrition if they're coming with a cancer diagnosis. But when we start to study the body, and looking at the quest for cures and other things out there, we look at what system is the most important system for fending off cancer. And most people will say the immune system, right? Most people say absolutely the immune system, and I would agree with them. But then we look at the immune system is comprised of a series of glands and organs that make this immune response, and those glands and organs are controlled by the nerve system.
Okay, and so first of all, what are the glands and the organs of the immune system?
Right, so we're going to look at the thymus, we're going to look at the spleen, we're going to look at the bone marrow, and then the gut. Right, so when we look at the gut, a majority of our immune response comes from the gut tissue. Right. And yet all of that hinders upon or rests upon the vitality of the nerve system. So when we look at the spine is the tissue that surrounds and protects the spinal cord. Right. So the brain communicates to the body via the spinal cord. Right. And so when we look at it, oftentimes as we work with patients, a lot of people don't understand that our spine is designed to have a certain structure, a very specific structure. And any deviation off that structure directly interferes with the nerve system's ability to adapt and respond to stress. And what are we doing more of now than ever before?
Stressing about everything.
Stressing about everything. We're sitting more now than ever. We're looking at our technology more than ever.
Right.
And even if we go to the gym, we're kind of thinking fitness, we're not thinking structure. So when we look at all the research, some of the most amazing research on the planet's coming out right nowadays, and it says that the nerve system controls the immune system. And then I tell people, what impacts your nerve system? And they say, everything. Everything we do impacts the nerve system. The only question is, are we doing the things that make it healthier, or are we doing the things that break it down? Thomas Edison, right, said the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the cause and prevention of disease and the care of the human frame. Hopefully that's where we're at now.
Keeping your spine healthy and not having nerve impingement is really important, because it's recently been found that having pinched nerves in your spine is actually mimicking a chronic fight or flight state. You know, fight or flight is really good if you have to run away from the dragon or fight the bear or whatever. That's what fight or flight was designed for.
That's interesting. Nerve impingement causes you to be in constant fight or flight.
Correct. Wow. Correct. It sets up this adrenal gland secretion in your body, and the adrenal glands are the glands that are your stress glands. You need the adrenal glands for energy. Without adrenaline, you don't survive. So when you wear those out, then you go into exhaustion. So it's important that there be some reversal of the stress process every day, and meditation is a great way to do it. Exercise is a great way to do it. Yoga is a great way to do it. Going to a bar is not a great way to do it.
Unless it's a juice bar, right?
Unless it's a juice bar, there you go.
Hippocrates said, what, let thy food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food. He also said this, you ready? Look well to the spine for the cause of disease.
Hippocrates?
Yeah.
He knew what he was talking about.
He did know what he was talking about.
Well, I was diagnosed in October 2011 with renal cell carcinoma. I had a large tumor on my right kidney, so I had kidney cancer that had also progressed into the vena cava vein. So in August of 2013, they done a CT scan, they noticed a spot on my left adrenal gland. So my cancer, it turned out I got biopsied and my cancer had been back. So it metastasized to my adrenal gland. I was now considered stage 4. They said there was a 0% chance of survival. That's whenever I came to listen to you speak, and there was a Dr. Terry Harmon from Morganfield, Kentucky there speaking. And me and my wife were so impressed with what he was saying that we decided to make an appointment and just sit with him and let him talk to us. And to this day, I still see Dr. Harmon, and he told me the value of my structure and my spine He had said there was like 6 inches of my spine that he called dead. He said there's no energy coming out of it. And he showed me on a graph. He says, now see, there's 6 inches that's dead, that controls your adrenals. And he said, if you get the spine adjusted, then it would help get rid of the tumor. So I believe Protocell really got me to the point where I had time to do that. And then with diet change, fired my oncologist and quit doing CT scans. So I started doing thermography. The last thermography I done, which was a couple months ago, shows no cancer activity at all in my entire body.
Wow.
Since the day at the oncologist, whenever the news was I had no chance, I have not been sick one day. I was told by Dr. Terry that I wasn't sick because I had cancer. I had cancer because I was sick. Cancer don't have to be a death sentence.
What an encouraging testimonial from Bill Spalding, sharing with us how he used spine adjustments, chiropractic, and other natural remedies to cure his late stage and supposedly terminal renal cell carcinoma, kidney cancer.